Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as our own channel, Broncos Buzz on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and other topics, sports related, as well as emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, Spence's comments, my co host, my comments, the host, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. Conan Spence, my co-host, my bud. How you doing, man? How was your week?
I'm doing good. We survived the heat wave we had out here in Santa Clarita, where it got up to 107 on Wednesday, or yesterday. So we're out of the heat wave. We're nice and relaxed.
Like a heat wave, burning like a heat wave.
Well, you know what? This is the time of the year when we get kind of trapped by the heat, and there's not too much to do when I'm working. My wife is working, so you know what? You just endure and do family stuff together inside under a well air conditioned house.
Very true. Very true. My week was good too, up until a little earlier before the show. Madungus calls me up and goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know, enjoy California because gas prices here are $2.49. Thanks a lot, Madungus. Yeah, can you believe $2.49 in Nebraska? But I guess that's because you live in
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
In a cornfield.
Hey, $2.49, man. Golly, when was the last time we saw that in California? Like what, 1970 something?
You can have your $2.49. I'll take our beaches that we have here in California. Thank you very much.
Ooh. Hey, by the way, I want to apologize. 2 weeks ago, I said we would be doing a show on the 4th of July. I apologize. Family gets in the way. No, let me phrase it. Family doesn't get in the way. Family dictates at times what's important. And It was important to spend time with family on the 4th. And I agree. We had a wonderful time. Really enjoyed it. Missed doing the show. I honestly say I did miss doing the show. I felt out of place when 5 o'clock came. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be doing the show," but I felt out of place. But guys, hope you understood. Hope each and every one of you had a wonderful, safe 4th of July, and that you guys are all back here for this week's show on the 11th. Can you believe it's July 11th already? Holy smokes,
We're
man.
7 days away from one of my favorite times of the year, right in your neighborhood, the opening of Del Mar and the horse races.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's one of my favorite times of the year in the next 10 days, where it was my birthday.
Well, I wasn't going to publicize it this week, maybe next week.
July 21st is my birthday.
I got it in the phone already. And
oh boy. Okay.
And those fans who are into horse racing, during our show for the next 5 weeks, I'll be giving you my Del Mar picks. So hopefully we can make a few bucks playing the horses while we're talking Broncos Buzz.
Do you bet on the horses in Del Mar?
Oh yeah.
That's just Del Mar is about an hour and 15 from me. It is southwest of me.
It is 2 hours straight south from me.
Off the 5, yeah. Off the 5. Pending traffic. There's always traffic in LA, dude. What are you talking about, man? All right. Thanks again, guys, each and every one of you, week in and week out, for being in the chat. We love your comments. We appreciate it. We love your support, and we don't take it for granted. We absolutely do not take it for granted. All right, I'll jump into the very first comment. Is Terry Speed. He's batting leadoff in the chat. He says, "Are you ready, Spence? Ready to see if Spence will bring out the daddy." There it is, the daddy juice mug.
There it says it right there, daddy juice.
Wow. Also, big shout out. Well, go ahead and read this one, Spence, since you were there.
Okay. Also went to Shelter Distilling when passing through Montrose to Telluride. Great to hear, Terry. Great atmosphere, and the fish tacos were awesome. Thanks for the suggestion. When are you going back? No plans right now to come back to Colorado, but next time we have a little situation where we don't know where Spencer is, that's when you'll know I'll be back in Colorado at some location.
Yeah.
In our show again.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. David Yonkin chiming in says, evening. Say, what's up, David? And he also agrees that family comes first. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, when I told the boss I was doing the show on the 4th of July, let's just say I'm still grateful I have my manhood.
I was just going to say, was that pretty close to divorce papers?
Yes. Yes.
You do it, and this is what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Okay. We're gonna lead off with the main topic, and that is, if you guys saw it, it said PJ Locke has spinal fusion surgery. Ooh. What exactly does that mean? Well, I'll give you the article. Spencer will give you a little bit more in-depth stuff. Here we go. PJ Locke is one tough cookie, no doubt about it. Why? Because he had spinal surgery? No, it's when he had spinal surgery. Hang on.
Hold it. Time out.
Okay. Chewy.
Oh
my gosh. Thank you so very much for your super chat, my friend. He goes, hey, I made it in time today. Chewy, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Really do appreciate it. We don't take any of this for granted. We absolutely do not. But we really appreciate your generosity for a lot of reasons. One, because you don't have to do it. And two, because that means you enjoy the show and you enjoy the topics. Love it. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you.
And all right, I'll tell the rest of the fans, I pop in and watch their shows when they have them during the week. And if you want to support every team in the AFC West, especially the Raiders, go to Chewy's thread. They're a little more outspoken about their Raiders, but they definitely have a great attitude, a great personality, and are passionate about their Raiders and the Raider talk. So Chewy, you do a great job with your show. Thank you so much.
Yep, I second that. Absolutely second that. All right, I'm going to keep that up there for the duration of this topic. Let me go back to the top of it. PJ Locke is one tough cookie. Why? Yeah. I'll tell you why. During the 2024 NFL season, Locke played with a 4th and 5th vertebrae separation that required surgery. Okay. So he had wait a minute. If you watch those games, guys, PJ Locke was still playing. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Listen to this. However, Locke didn't get the surgery till after the 2024 season. Locke has an uphill battle, but he is focused on playing. What? He's focused on playing this season? The surgery will prevent the 4th and 5th vertebrae from colliding after the disc separated the vertebrae and was degenerated. So my question, I know you got follow-up on this, Spence. My question is this: how in heaven's name is it possible? Because I didn't include this in this particular article, but I remember it from reading it. They're saying that Locke, maybe if he comes back, he will be the first and only player to have that type of surgery and still play in the NFL. How is that possible, knowing you could take a shot to the back and be paralyzed?
Yeah, it is big risk. I'll say this. So spinal fusion surgery is when you connect 2 or more of the bones of any part of the spine to prevent movement between them. Right now, I'm dealing with a situation in my L3, L4 of a sciatica where I need to do these exercises all the time. So if you see me doing these stretches and rotations, it's to loosen up the bones and all the friction and all the sciatica that's in there. But this is permanent fusion, not to stretch it out or loosen it up or make it more flexible. This is to really restrict the back. What you're doing is you're protecting against herniated disc, fractures, scoliosis, sciatica, anything like that. So that's the good news. The bad news is the long-term effects of this on your back is that you're going to start having, when you stand up like this, you're going to start doing this and this and this, and the back stability is not going to be, the back's not going to be as stable in the longer term life. So I see what he's doing right now is for the short term, get back in there, everything like that. But you brought up the one important point. He does a spin move and he takes one hit in the perfect place in the back. That could be really catastrophic. I applaud PJ for doing this. I applaud his heart. I applaud his wisdom. I personally, from someone who's had back issues for probably the past 20 years, would strongly recommend that he not play the 2025 season. Strongly. Because his back is not going to be stable and able to endure the ongoing pressure and hits. And you see one bad hit on his back and he might not be walking off the field. So
all right, let me bring in this thought I have on this. And I understand these guys, these athletes, these top of the top players in the entire country have done this since they were a child, and pop born and all that, and they've gone all the way up the ranks. I know you're laughing, I got it. Up the ranks, into the NFL and make it into the NFL, and they want to keep doing it. They want to play until they just physically can't do it.
Right.
The problem that I have with that is, when does common sense? No, there we go. That word again. When does common sense override permanent damage for life? You look at some of these NFL players, and some of them can barely walk. Some of them have injuries that are constantly having to, go to therapy or surgery, whatever. I mean, you hear about some of these players that have 6, 7, 8 knee surgeries. You're like, what the heck, dude? I know what drives them. It's the passion of the game. But at some point in time, you would think that common sense or somebody would get to him and say, hey, is it really worth taking a shot and be paralyzed for life because you wanted that one more season?
Yeah. Bring in Madungus's comment here. Some WWE wrestlers have come back from this type of injury surgery. PJ says he still has a little bit of pain during some movements, but it's so much less than all of last year. This is going to be, there's a little different from WWE wrestlers to football players. So WWE wrestlers are active. They're going to have the contact, but it's more of an acting contact. So they know where not to do it. This is a situation that he's going into a full contact sport, and there's no acting, there's no plan, there's no communication. Hey, make sure you don't hit my back in this position in this situation. So following up, Madungus had a second comment saying, being the first one, he is basically going to be the guinea pig to see if you can play after this surgery.
But do you really want to be a guinea pig? Seriously.
Not in a full contact sport like football.
Right.
Maybe other sports like basketball, maybe like baseball, possibly even
volleyball.
Soccer. Hey, any sport, but not when you have full contact and unpredictability about that. So I give PJ the Heart Award and the Passion Award for this, but
do you know that he was voted by the Broncos as the most courageous? No doubt.
No doubt. But still, as a Broncos fan, I look at more of the realistic aspect. Yes, I would love to see him participate. I'd love to see him contribute, but I would love to see him still walking in 5, 6, 7, 10 years. So that is where the concern of the team has to jump in and really, from a contractual standpoint, alter his contract to say, hey, we have no liability. You came in with this injury. You came in with this situation. You cannot hold the Broncos accountable for the situation. Raider Shield family, not sure which one of you guys are there. Another group that has a great podcast during the week, passionate about their Raiders, very passionate. Give them a listen to if you can. I enjoy their show. I jump in, but
David.
yes, it does stand for Chargers.
No, it does not. The Chargers don't have red, white, and blue. No, I know where you're coming from. I see the connection because of the C, but it's not. It's not. I guarantee you. One last comment I have in regards to the main topic being PJ Locke. Let me ask you this hypothetical, hopefully never happens scenario.
Oh, please.
Do you remember Darryl Stingley?
Yes.
Okay. And he was hit by Jack Tatum in a preseason game unmercifully and paralyzed from the neck down?
Neck down, yeah.
Can you imagine seeing PJ Locke take a hit during a game and we have to watch that live on TV?
You know what? Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't know how to bring that imagery into this discussion, but that is a situation. We have seen people who have been permanently injured. I unfortunately was at an arena football game for a Los Angeles Avengers where a player died from a neck injury on the field.
Wow.
And they played the second half knowing that.
Wow.
This is a situation that you don't, it's risk reward. And David Yonkin, I agree with you. This is where I said the organization has to step in. The family's got to step in. You know, PJ, I understand his situation. He has been in the league now for 6 seasons. If you can get to 10 seasons, you get kind of a retirement thanks to the players union. So is he really trying to get to that to take care of his family and be in a better situation? Or is this just a passion that he goes well above anything else? But I agree, David, the family, if I was his brother, cousin, relative, I would look him in the face and say, do you really want to risk your long-term health for the short-term gain?
Now, so you say he's been in the league 6 years, so that puts him around what, 28 years old?
28 years old, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if he's married or not. I don't know if he has a family. But I know he has parents, obviously. So my whole thing is, it takes one shot. Of course, that's with life in general, but it takes one shot to alter your life forever. And if you're 28 years old, forever to alter your life here on earth, it's going to, I mean, that's could be another 60 years.
But here's the other thing, which I see the financial and fiscal aspect. He's in the second of a 2-year contract with the Broncos that he signed for $7 million. He takes this season off. He might not get another contract. He might not get another opportunity. So it again, risk reward.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line.
Do you take that risk right now to have long-term gain, to have that short-term gain and get another contract, but risk your long-term health?
But you know what? All we have to do is look at Peyton Manning. Nobody ever had 3 neck surgeries and played played competitive NFL football. He played for 4 years with the Denver Broncos, won a Super Bowl, but went to 2 of them and won the division all 4 years. It can be done. It can be done. I wish the best for PJ Locke. I really do wish the best for him. And I hope he has a very, very successful season. I also hope he stays healthy. That's the key question.
And David's quick question here. Do you think the Broncos would put him in jeopardy? I think the Broncos have developed, and each team probably has a medical waiver that the player has to sign, understanding the risk of playing with an existing injury, and that the Broncos would hold them harmless, and at this point protect the brand over the player. At this point, I believe PJ is a backup, so his exposure will be limited. yes and no. And that's the risk that PJ is taking right now, is he's trying to get that next contract, because he doesn't play this year. Who's going to sign him for 2026 and beyond, knowing that he had back surgery and didn't play this year?
Yeah.
There's the risk that is taken by all parties. The Broncos taking the risk by putting him on the field, PJ taking the risk to his long-term medical health by participating so that he could take care of his family. Put yourselves in PJ's shoes right now, each and every one of you. Would you risk your long-term health for the potential to continue playing and take care of your family for the next 3 years until you get to year 10?
You know, that is an absolutely very difficult question to answer, especially because we're not athletes. But I'm trying to put myself in as working with the school district, and when I tore my tendon and nerve damage in my right elbow, you know, workman's comp was trying to get me back to work, but I was doing what they were saying for me to do. But I'm thinking, you know, if I go back, if I am able to go back, which I wasn't, but if I was able to go back, that risk reward for working 2 more years to get to the 30-year mark that I was really looking forward to retirement instead of 28 years. Yeah, I was being driven by that. But at the same time, my doctors are saying, you know what? You have one more mishap like this and you could just tear your arm to shreds. So you're right. It is. I mean, that's on a much lower scale than what he's dealing with, but it's the same type of, you know, answer kind of thing that, you know, your question was about. It's tough.
Yeah, and Madungus actually brings in another situation here. Is it more prudent for RJ or PJ's family to step in, or Tua's family to step in? There is another situation. Tua, who's had multiple upon multiple concussions, and as we medically talk about in the medical industry I work with, you have two significant concussions within a 30-day period. You just affected your long-term health.
Wow.
Tua has had, I'm just trying to remember now. I'm thinking he's at least had 4 within the past 2 years.
Gee. That's
There
crazy.
again is that situation. Does the family need to step in, or is the family more into taking the money and the fame right now because he's got this big contract? Keep putting Tua out there so we can have all the money. I mean, when do the monetary and physical attributes of life become more important than the health of an individual who will take care of your family?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. No,
And that's
two ways
what we
about it.
define here in California as a gold digger.
Exactly.
That moment is brought to you by Daddy Juice.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold diggers out here, that's for sure. Okay, we are going to move on to the second topic. This is a tough one. It hits home to the NFL, and it hits home to the AFC West.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. The Kansas City Chiefs owners, the Hunt family, lost a family member, and we all know what happened in Texas, that devastating flash floods that just ravished that entire campsite for those young girls on the 4th of July. All right, let me get back to it. The Hunt family lost a family member in her name, Janie Hunt, 9 years old, in the Texas flood of Camp Mystic for girls. Wife of Clark Hunt, who's the chairman of the Chiefs, wrote, and I quote, this is her quoting, this is what she said: Our hearts are broken by the devastation and the tragic loss of too many lives, including a precious little Hunt cousin, along with some of her close friends. How do we trust God? Trust doesn't mean you're over the pain. It means you are handing it over to the only one who can hold it with love and restore and what was lost. End quote. Great quote. Great faith, but under extreme agony of a loss of a 9-year-old child. What do you think of that, Spence?
You know, and I watch these political channels as background noise, and they keep showing that video of how the river was right here, and moments later, as the people are standing there, it just went from there to that, and they're going back and back and back. And you know what? Who cares what side of the aisle you're on? You don't politicize this for your benefit and start pointing fingers. This is an area, as I have read, that is conducive to flash floods and has had situations like this. It is unfortunate and it is saddened, but I think we're in a situation right now that people are going to learn from this. It is unfortunate that over 120 people have perished, with still 170 missing.
I know.
It is sad. It is, my hearts go out to them and to the families. And you know what, I can't imagine the pain that the parents of that Camp Mystic are feeling, losing loved ones that young, that innocent. And you know what, in this day and age, who cares what fault it was? Who cares that this didn't happen that day? You know what? You appreciate the time they had on this earth, and for any kind of act of God like this, you learn from it and you improve upon it.
Yeah.
Prayers go out to all those who lost a loved one in that horrible situation. Prayers go out to everybody who's lost children in any situation.
Yep.
I mean, now, as parents, we do everything we can to protect our kids, put them in a safe situation. This was just an act of God that you could not foresee. All the alerts were sent out, but it was a wave like no other. And unfortunately, it happened. But as a society, as a world, and as Texas is, they will learn from it. They will improve upon it. They will get better. And I hope Camp Mystic comes back rejuvenated, rebuilt, but with a better situation to protect their kids.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry that there's a loss of life, but we move on and we try to grow and expand from there instead of going, it's that fault, that, there.
Jack Kenneth says, Bill and Spence, salute, brothers. Thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you chiming in.
And Jack, there it is. The Daddy Juice Cup is flowing tonight.
Wow. David, so sorry. He says, I know what they're going through. I lost my child years ago.
Oh, my God. David.
Wow.
You want to know something, Dave? Heart goes out to you, and just every day, one step forward.
Wow.
Left foot, right foot. We just keep going because that's what we want to do for life. And so I'm sorry that happened to you, and prayers and heartfelt condolences.
Absolutely. I second that. Condolences for sure. Jack Kenneth says, hit the likes button and subscribe. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for doing so. Appreciate it. On the flip side of the tragedy of the how are you? We got a celebrity in the house.
This is my grandniece Bellamy. Bellamy, what do you do to Uncle Spencer when you see him?
Bellamy.
Say hi, everybody out there.
Hi, everybody out there.
And go Broncos.
Nice.
Oh, you don't want to say go Broncos?
I'll just wave.
Go Broncos. Nice.
I thought you said,
go back.
That's cute. That's cute.
Find JoJo.
Very, very cute. Very cute. Before I get to the follow-up topic, Madunga says there are situations in life where politics don't matter, and this is one of them. The loss of life in Texas is horrible. Instead of blaming a political party, put yourself in the shoes of the parents. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And Madungus, I know we don't want to get political on here, but it just, there are people who are using this to try to promote things, and that's not what we do in America.
Hi, little one.
So cute, she says hi, Dave. You know what? In America, in the Colorado blood that I have, we help everybody, even though governments are twisted and use things for their own personal benefit.
They're useless. At times they're useless.
We're out here. We're out here to promote and help people and make the world a better place, even for Raider fans, right, Jack?
Exactly.
Cheers on that one.
Now, the follow-up to that tragic loss of life in the Hunt family. Listen to this. I know Bronco fans don't like Chief fans, and we don't like the Chiefs, and we don't like the organization. But you got to respect.
Yes.
You have to respect what I'm about to share right now. Yep. Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has stepped in to cover funeral expenses and provide financial support to the families, not one family, not the Hunt family, families affected by the Texas flash floods that claimed the lives of so many, including children. Doesn't say how many children or families he's going to, not children, they're apparently, I mean, obviously not there, but the families' funeral expenses. He didn't say how many, and that's none of our business. What is important is this man stepped up. He took the reins, or took the whatever that saying is.
You got it.
And stepped up and put his money where his mouth is, put his heart where his mouth is, and put his emotion and passion and just heartfelt condolences and heartfelt, what can I do to alleviate some of their pain? Is it going to take away the pain? No, but it takes away the stress. It takes away the what are we going to do aspect. Andy Reid, I've never really liked you as a coach because you're so dang good and you beat the Broncos. But I will tell you this, Andy, I have a lot more respect for you now than I ever did. Absolutely more respect. What do you say, Smith?
No, I'm here the same thing. You know, Andy Reid shows what it means to be an American. You know, in times of tragedy, you go and you help. You don't do it for your benefit. You don't do it to promote you. You don't do it to promote a base. You go do it to help people. And that's what it means to be an American, is to help people either get over tragedy, become better people, or to help them learn that we're all here for you. And if I lived in Texas, I would have been in that traffic jam that everybody else was trying to get there to volunteer. That is a sign of people who care. It's not about politics. It's not about pointing fingers. It's about showing humility and helpfulness to your one fellow man here on earth, and in the short amount of time that we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jack Kenna. Oh, wait, hang on. Jack Kenna says that Richie got referee guru next week's show. Get your questions ready. I don't know. Ref of what? NFL? Baseball? I don't know what.
He might be an NFL ref. So
wow. Way to go, Richie Rich.
Is there any crazy Bronco calls from refs, Raiders? Yes.
Okay, so it is football. Okay, wow.
Yeah. Is there any crazy Bronco calls from refs? Yeah, the ones where you play against the Raiders, where the Raiders get the benefit of the doubt.
Hey,
Vegas.
Hey, Jack watches our show.
I know. I gotta speak from the heart.
Well, I get that. We all. What do we say at the beginning of the show? Brought the emotion, passion, and honesty. You're being honest. That's what you're doing. Honest. You're being honest.
Hey, what my grandparents taught me: humble, modest, honest.
There you go. David Yonka nailed it. It takes away the nightmare of what are we going to do. That's what Andy did for some people. Absolutely.
And you know what? We could be haters of the Chiefs, haters of the Chargers, haters of the Raiders, but that's on the field and that's competition. Right. In life, we're all on the same team.
That's amen. I totally agree. 100%. Absolutely. And if you're not, well, I can't help you. All right. We are going to get into, that's right, the jackass of the week.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. So this one,
Yeah.
this one, you would think. No, never mind.
No.
I was gonna say you would think that they would learn, but no. Like Spence has always said multiple times on any given show, they never learn. Here it is. The Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Cavante Turpin is facing 2 charges after he was arrested over last weekend. Okay, 4th of July weekend. He's having a fun time. What did he do? Well, Turpin was arrested following a traffic stop last Saturday in Allen, Texas. He is charged with possession of marijuana. Come on, really? You know the NFL frowns on that. Well, they don't test for it anymore. They said
I'll get away with it.
That doesn't mean you can do it. So he's charged with possession of marijuana. Okay. How much? Don't know. It's still not legalized by the NFL. It's still not approved by the NFL. But he was also in possession unlawfully of carrying a weapon.
Yep.
According to TMZ, which is spot on, Turpin was pulled over after officials say they clocked him driving 97 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. People say, well, what's wrong with that? We go to Vegas and I do 85, 90, 95, 100. Why? You're stupid. Why are you doing that? First off, these guys are professional athletes. They have agents and they should have bodyguards. It didn't say what time this happened. I believe it was, I take it back. It was in late afternoon, I think 5:30 or 6 p.m. Okay. On a Saturday, after the 4th of July, you're out driving 97 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone, which obviously tells me it's a freeway or should be.
Yeah.
You got it loaded. It didn't say loaded. I take that back. It said there was a possession of a weapon, which was later found out to be a gun, in the back seat, not locked up, not in the case, and it's got marijuana. Does any of that spell wrong?
It all spells wrong. It spells I am invincible. I have talked about this over and over, and there is when you reach the pinnacle of your athletic career, your employment career, your financial career, all of you, everybody in there, from Jack to Mudungus to everyone, you think you're invincible. You think, oh, I could do this. I'll never get caught. Oh, have a gun, have marijuana. Yeah, the NFL, they're never going to catch me until they do. It all comes back on you in one way, shape, or form or another. This is just another example of an idiot, and I'll say that loud and clear, an idiot who thinks he is above the law, and that he is above not just the regular law, the NFL law, the NFL rules, the player association rules. I'm bigger and better and greater than that. No one is. And now he's going to pay the price by watching his financial career go, watching his NFL career go, I don't care if you catch 100 balls a year. Marijuana possession and a weapons possession charge. Yep. The Players Association is not going to get you off. They're not going to support your lawyer. They're not giving you any special benefits. You are toast.
Yep.
And that's exactly all I got to say on that one.
Exactly right. Okay. I'm not quite sure I understand what Jack is saying here. It says, as a Raiders fan, I'm subbed and have notifications. I don't get that. But he said, this is the best talk in Broncos history. Wow.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you so much, Jack.
You know, hey, I understand Jack, because he's got drink in one hand and he's trying to text with the other hand, and he's trying to do a balancing act. Jack, we get you and understand you. Thank you so much for your support, for having the notifications, but also acknowledging that we're a good Broncos talk show in history. We love having you a part of it. In fact, I'm going to say this with Mudungus and Bill. We are going to do this Bronco Buzz show one day with Jack as a part of this, so we can have a secondary opinion on a few things. Not saying it's going to happen right away, but I think we need to have Jack on here.
Okay. No, I can see that down the road. I can see that down the road. David Young
Probably-
says money goes to a lot of people's head and they don't know how to handle it. Just look around the league. Yep.
You know what, David? I'll give you one of my situations. Back when I think it was in 2004, 2005, I was a mortgage broker, and for 2 consecutive years, I made about $500,000. And I thought, oh, I can do whatever I want to. I had
And
someone.
then Anna
rob me.
came along.
No, before Anna came along, I had someone rob me. I thought,
What?
oh, I could do my taxes a certain
What?
way. They won't get me. IRS came after me. Before Anna, I was involved with this French Canadian gal. She then broke up with me. I was on top of the world and everything went, ew. And
Well,
you learn quickly.
yeah, but now you got the best girl for you, man. So
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got the best girl for me.
that's what happened
yeah.
with me after my divorce
Yes,
in
yes.
1989.
I am
I got
hypnotized
the
by
best wife.
girl in the world. Yes, yes. I love my wife.
Brainwashed.
Yes.
Aren't all men married?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Aren't all hostages, I mean husbands, brainwashed?
Big E Bronco, what is
Big
up, my
E.
friend? He says, how you doing, Bill? I said, how you doing, Big E? What is up? Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate you chiming in. Jack says that I need to start watching the Wild Wild West. You know what? It's funny. I always forget that you're on Wednesday, and here's the reason why. Okay. Wednesday's usually when I'm getting my topics kind of dwindled down from about maybe 25 or 30 and dwindling down. So I'm going through all of these, and I do that when I get home from work at the golf course after dinner. So it's usually right around 6 o'clock ish. But I promise I will watch you guys. I will have you on, and I will let you know that I'm there for sure. But yeah, I do forget.
Jack, I try to jump in when I can, but I've got the kids going to one basketball practice this way, one basketball practice that way, and trying to balance everything with also have it. How long have you guys been with your wives? 10?
No, how long
years.
you been with? Not married. How long you been with?
Oh, 13 wonderful years.
She must be in the
love
room.
me.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Or listening. So you were dating for 3 years, then you've been married 10.
Yeah, we dated for 2 years, engaged 1, married for 10.
Okay. Oh God, I better remember. I started dating Susie 1990. I got divorced in 89. Started not really dating, but knowing her, and from 1990, it's a whole different story. I'm not going to get into that here. That'll take 30 minutes. But anyways, I would say, let's see. So we've been married 28 years. It's going to be 29 August 1st. And we're planning on going up north in California. I'm not going to say where or when. I will tell you that off air, Spence. But so anyways, she swears it's been 6 years before that. So 34 years. 34 years I've known her. We've been married 29 August 1st. So
all right.
What day is August 1st? Is that a Friday? We can celebrate
August
on the
1st
air?
is a Friday, yes.
I don't you know what? I'm not gonna be able to do the show that day.
You know what? I'll take a solo if you want me to.
If you want to do it, go for it. I won't be able to do it. I just remembered. She said, if August 1st is on a Friday, you can't do your show. And I can't work at the golf course. So she has plans for something. So
by the way, you ready for a shocker?
David Yonkin, 30 years?
No, well, that way appreciation. A Raider fan saying this.
I hate to say it. I think the Broncos win the AFC. We have a topic on that. We have a segment on that.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack, stick around, because you may not agree with what they're saying. Says, and he also says he's been married for 25 years. Congratulations.
Hey,
Did you do
silver
it? Did you do it?
anniversary.
Did you do anything for your 25th anniversary? Like, did you, that would say 25 years is supposed to be the diamond or the crystal. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I just get my wife whatever the heck she wants. So I just,
Yeah, me too.
happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, happy wife, low credit card bill.
High payments.
High
High payments. Oh, shoot, dude. All right. Jack Kenneth says, since I'm a hockey fan,
Oh,
who's Missa was a big addition.
big addition for the San Jose Sharks.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you this, Jack.
But who's Missa?
Oh, God.
Boy, we're going all kind of directions. That's awesome.
Well,
love the show. Love the show. Love you guys
Missa?
in the chat, man.
Yeah, here, I'll give you one, Jack. We're going on a hockey tangent that's driving me
why
up
would
the
he
wall.
say since he said something hockey fan? I was thinking Avalanche fan. Okay. I thought he was going to the Avalanche. Okay.
No, I'll give you one, Jack, that's driving me up a wall. I'm a huge Kings fan. They signed.
Missa's a beast.
Yeah, he is. The
Victory
Kings
lap.
signed-
What is up? Let's be. I don't know what that means, but I just said it that way.
The Los Angeles Kings signed Corey Perry. This is like us signing the Raiders number MVP to lead our team for the Broncos. Corey Perry is a Duck. He is an Edmonton Oiler. He is the arch nemesis and arch enemy of the Kings. And now we're bringing him onto the team? No!
Victor Lap says, I'm late. I'm doing 20 push-ups.
No.
On your knuckles, dude. On your knuckles.
No, you have to clap in between each of those push-ups.
And miss a clap and smash your face into concrete. No, that's not a good idea.
No. Yeah, on this show, you don't have to do push-ups. You just have to do a beer bong.
Damn. Damn, show's going crazy. All right. He's Victor Substance. Got it. Okay. Next topic. I didn't have this, came across late, but I did capture it on my phone. So I'm going to read it and paraphrase it. Listen to this, guys. Justin Simmons is prioritizing joining a contending team in the upcoming NFL season. Whoa. Wait a minute. Aren't the Broncos considered a contending team after last year?
Yes.
Don't hold your breath, guys. He's not coming to Denver.
No.
Let me continue. This is all according to Pro Football Rumors. He recently stated that a playoff berth and a chance to compete for a Super Bowl are his top goals. I agree. He should. He's missed the playoffs with the Broncos when he was with them for 8 seasons, and he missed it with the Falcons last year. Okay? He's supposed to make the playoffs, have a chance to know what it feels like. Let me continue. Simmons has been vocal about the desire to play for a team with a strong chance of winning and has mentioned teams like the Eagles, although the Eagles drafted a safety, so that's probably not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Washington Redskins, Commanders, and the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. Wow. Okay. Let me continue. Before I mess this up. While he doesn't regret his time in Atlanta, he's now looking for a team where he can compete for a championship. He has even indicated that a return to Denver, where he played for 8 seasons, is unlikely due to the recent acquisition of the new safety Hufanga. One more little tidbit to this. Simmons has mentioned the possibility of joining teams like the Buffalo Bills. I don't know about that. Eagles, we've already mentioned that's probably not going to happen. And the Bengals. But people are still saying that if he really wants revenge against the Broncos, he may sign with the Raiders. What do you make of all that, Spence?
You know what? If he was as quality a safety as there is in the NFL, he would have still been with the Broncos. who has got an exceptional defensive team and is improving. For him, I know he also said he wanted to go to the Steelers, who is competing. Aren't the Steelers led by drama? You know what? I'm sorry, Justin Simmons. Go to a team and make a difference. You got burned and toasted more times than we can announce playing defense for Atlanta. So if you're going to make a difference, you've got to go to a team and make a difference, not say, I'm going to a contender and going to elevate them to the Super Bowl.
He's going to be 30. He's going to be 31 this year.
Yeah.
His number that he wore in Denver.
Yeah. So you got to establish something. Now, yes, he has talked about going to the Raiders.
Ooh.
The Raiders could use him.
Victory Lap says Simmons sounds butthurt. Do you agree?
I agree completely, 100%. I wasn't going to say it, but Vic, cheers to you on that one. Good one-liner of the show.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I just, you know what? I see this as a guy who has potential, but hasn't proven it at the highest level to make a sizable difference. Because if he had, he'd still be a Denver Bronco and not have gone to the Atlanta Falcons and gotten toasted like they did. So
would you consider Justin Simmons in the Broncos Ring of Fame?
No.
What?
No.
Wow. Okay. What are your reasons?
To be in
not in the same level as a Champ Bailey.
Not in the same level.
Okay. How about Steve Atwater?
No, Steve Atwater was. Everybody was afraid of Steve Atwater. Sure. I don't think they're afraid of Justin Simmons.
Now I'll put it this way: Justin Simmons, Pat Surtain.
Patrick. Oh.
Okay.
Patrick Surtain, 101 out of 100 times.
Okay, because we got a Patrick Surtain thing coming up here.
So, quick question to Jack. Jack, you want him on your team?
Wow. Yeah, Victor Knapp asked that question. Only. As a backup only. Well, that's where he could end up as being as a backup. That's where where he could end up being.
Yeah, I just don't see.
Yeah, Atwater is one of my favorite players.
One of my favorite players too.
I'm going to throw this
out there. Human being.
I'm going to throw this out there. Don't say anything, Spence, because I know you know the answer, and I know other people in the chat may know the answer. But everybody, I'm throwing this out to Victory Lap. Victory Lap, since you mentioned Steve Atwater, who was the player that never went backwards to play for the Kansas City Chiefs as running back that Atwater knocked backwards? If you can answer that one, hats off to you, buddy. Because I don't know how old Victory Lap is, so I don't know if he knows about that. But yeah, I know you know that, Spence. I know it. I saw that game live. I could not believe what I saw. Atwater standing over him and pointing his finger. That was classic. Yeah, he got it.
He got it.
Yeah, Victory Lap. Christian Okoye, you're right. Absolutely. Way to go, dude. Yeah, Christian Okoye was never knocked backwards by any other safety or corner. But he was by Steve Atwater. That was I love that. I love that hit. I absolutely love that hit. Okay, moving on. We've got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 more topics, and we have a new segment.
Yes.
Kind of like the Jackass of the Week. Not quite. We don't have a video clip yet. Madungus is working on that, but we're still going to bring it in for the first time. We'll introduce it, and it's the very last topic of the show. So we got 4 more topics. This is the 4th one, all the way down to the very last one. All right. Yeah. No, that was a collision. All right.
Oh, yeah.
That right. Yeah, no doubt. All right. The Broncos want Bo Nix to hit the ground running with passes. So are they going to pass or are they going to run? Well, per ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Broncos have really urged Nix to get off to a stronger start. Meaning what? Meaning efficiency. You got to remember, he was a rookie last year. He now knows the playbook a lot better, more familiar, and it looks like Sean Payton is opening up the playbook in view of Bo Nix grasping the playbook and able to comprehend it. I continue. Last year, the Broncos faced a ton of tough defenses, so they want Nix to come out firing early in the season. Sounds to me like a very strong passing game. Expectations are high coming into second season, including from within the organization itself. The Broncos are looking, a la Sean Payton orchestrating this, to come out firing on all cylinders. Are we going to see 4 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, running back? What's it going to be? We don't know. But if anything is if this year is any indication of what was last year, strap on your seatbelts, guys, because it's going to be a shootout. You remember those days? You remember the days back with John Elway and the shootouts they used to have in games that were, whatever they were. It's going to be one of those type of seasons. And Bo Nix is right there in the driver's seat to make it happen. This segment that we're talking about is going to have another segment behind this that could be instrumental to where the Broncos go in this year. Do you think, Spence, and those in the chat, do you think that there's going to be a what is it, sophomore? Yeah, sophomore hangover with Bo Nix, or do you think Bo Nix kicks this into overdrive?
I think there's going to be so much pressure on Bo Nix from a media standpoint, from a Broncos standpoint, from a fan standpoint, and from a coaching standpoint. This is the playbook, as you said, being opened up. So now, is Bo Nix going to take that big step forward? Yeah, ESPN said here's the 6 rookie quarterbacks, and the quarterback who's going to take the next big step was on the Washington Commanders. I think the quarterback who has the most opportunity and the most potential to exceed is Bo Nix, because he's in a system which is going to expand his horizons and meet his intellectual IQ for football. You're going to see 5 wide. You're going to see 4 wide with a tight end. You're going to see tight formation. You're going to see everything. You're going to see trick plays. Here's what I really want to see from Bo Nix is the high touchdown numbers and the very low interceptions. I don't want to see 50 touchdowns, 40 touchdowns. That would be great. What I want to see is a ratio of like 33 touchdowns to only 3 to 5 interceptions. That is what I'm looking for from him, because it tells me he's making good decisions. Now, I know people want to see him, have a 70% completion ratio or high 60s. I want good decisions being made. And if it means he completes only 55% of his passes because he threw away 45% of them because the coverage wasn't there and he couldn't run, great. Just don't make the mistakes. That's what I want to see from Bo Nix.
Wow.
Lessen the mistakes.
You got David Youngkin saying, I want to see the damn run game and not Bo running.
Exactly.
Whoa. Okay. But that's followed up by Victory Lap saying, I don't care about the numbers at all. It's about the W's. Well,
it is.
It is. But you got to have numbers to get W's.
This could be a little bit of a shell game. Hey, we're coming out. We're promoting that he's going to throw. Who knows? Maybe internally with the Broncos, the running game and their 2 running backs are looking awesome right now. Could we see Bo Nix only throwing for 200 yards with the 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, and the team running for 180 or 190 yards? There you would have it. I'm predicting or envisioning this, that we're going to win games more on the low end, like about 20-7, 17-10, because our defense may be the one thing that is going to propel us through the next levels of the playoffs, and who knows, to something higher up.
Okay, well, I didn't bring this as a topic, but I did read it, and I do have it stored in my head. There is Sean Payton alluded to the fact when asked about Bo Nix going into season 2 that the NFL now has film on Bo Nix. Sean Payton did allude to that and said, yes, the league has film on the league has film on Bo Nix, but I did not open up the entire playbook.
Yes.
So that's being said, do you think that opening up the playbook now, when he says that he wants Bo Nix to come out firing, what if he's talking about, intermediate passes or long passes or diagonal passes? Those are susceptible to getting picked off. He could be damaged, and I don't mean physically, but mentally damaged with a lot more interceptions early on in the season than you would want for an entire year. I know you're good. Okay. So what I'm saying is if they open up the playbook, if the Broncos open the playbook like Sean Payton said he wants to do, to give Bo Nix more opportunity to make those passes and move down the field, but if he gets picked off a lot, that's going to be in his psyche.
Yeah, and that's where I was saying I don't want to see Bo Nix having to be the catalyst for everything, risking things. I would like to see him making smart plays, smart decisions. Let's see if the running game can really have a bigger impact. And maybe what we're seeing right now from Payton putting the pressure on him could be a little shell game. Let's tell everybody we're doing this when we're actually doing that. So the playbook is opening up, and it's going to be great to see it. And yes, there is film there now, but here's the thing. There was film in college at Auburn. There was film in college.
Different than
no, but Bo Nix played in a pro-style offense at Oregon.
True.
So there was film. And now, yes, there's NFL film, but this was on a quarterback who had a broken back the last 6 games of the season. So there was limitations. What are we going to do with a healthy quarterback in a system that is growing and evolving?
Now, did he have surgery?
Yes.
Okay, but
Right
it wasn't the
season.
same type of surgery that PJ Locke had.
No, it wasn't. Okay. It wasn't a spinal fusion. It was to repair a broken vertebrae.
Ah, got it. Okay, good. Now, on the heels of what we were talking about, the last topic, which was the Bo Nix coming out firing, doing not. Listen to this. Could Sean Payton get a new but familiar toy for Nix and the offense? Well, what's familiar with Sean Payton? The New Orleans Saints. That's what's familiar. Well, if this player becomes available, Sean Payton will be on the phone within minutes.
Seconds.
Larry Holder of The Athletic mentioned to keep your eye on 35-year-old Taysom Hill. That's right, that guy. The New Orleans Saints could save around $10 million by releasing him prior to preseason. If Hill is a camp cut, Payton will be eager to add his former Swiss Army knife of a player. For those of you who don't know what a Swiss Army knife is, That's one of them big freaking fat knives. It's got everything on. It's got scissors. It's got nail clippers. It's got a dull knife. Could you have to sharpen? It's got a nail file. It's got all kinds of stuff. That's basically what Taysom Hill is. He's a running back. He's a quarterback. He's a wide receiver. He's whatever you want him to be. This guy's crazy. But at 35, is it really realistic that the Broncos would want to sign him?
No, and absolutely, because there's two meanings into this signing, or three meanings actually. One, you bring in someone who is very familiar with the offense, so someone who can teach Bo Nix, who can mentor Bo Nix. Two, you have a good chemistry guy, someone who's going to help the locker room, who's going to keep that bond going bigger and bigger. And three, this is why I had talked about with Von Miller. This is an opportunity for Jason Hill to get that next step into coaching. He comes here, he'll probably, if the Broncos get him, he'll be the emergency quarterback, the third quarterback, because he'll be doing some coaching along with player mentoring at the same time. So that once Jason Hill's career ends, he can take that step into coaching with the mentor he had as Sean Payton. So this is a win-win-win for the Broncos organization, for the team. Oh, get that hat off. Come on.
No, I took out the Cubs hat. We're losing to the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh, 8-0.
Then turn it around for the rally cap. Don't take it off.
Oh, so I got to go get it?
Yes. Come on. That's it. Hey, that's a real Cubs fan. If my Rockies were any better than their pathetic record is right now, I'd be having my Rockies hat on. But Taysom Hill is the bond that the Broncos need to take even that further step.
This hat looks stupid. This hat looks stupid with the big old.
No, you look like one of the boys now. Adjust it.
I look stupid, man. Hey, guys in chat, do I look stupid or what? Am I the jackass of the week for doing this? Oh, heck, I'm putting it back on this way. What the heck? All right. I never throw my Cubs. I love the Cubs.
Now,
I love the Cubs.
I just think this.
Win, lose, or draw.
What? A few seconds after he's released Yankees from the Saints, he becomes a Bronco. And he'll make the team, and he'll be an integral part of the team, both chemistry-wise, coaching-wise, mentor-wise, and long-term-wise. This is what I had said for Von Miller when Von Miller was released by Buffalo. Bring him in to be a mentor. I guess they didn't do that, but this is someone who can help with the offense.
All right, I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna give my opinion, and then you can follow. I will say this from Jack Kenna. Jack, you just opened the can of whatever. I will say this: the Broncos have the worst weapons on offense in the AFC West.
No.
Are you, Jack, with all due respect, I love your comments. I love the fact that you're constantly watching our show and contributing. Worst offense in the AFC West?
No.
Seriously?
That's the Chargers.
But he says, but the defense is beyond crazy good. Just as bad. I know it's your opinion, but I want to know what you're basing it on that the Broncos have the worst offense in the AFC West. Just I'll listen to it. I want to know what you're basing it on.
Yeah, and Vic agrees to disagree and agrees with me. Right, the Chargers, your secret love team.
Yeah, see, Jack says he likes good chat. Absolutely. That's why, Jack. That's why on this show we will always bring the chat in. Why? I've mentioned it many times, and I'll continue to say it. Without you and everybody else in the chat, why are we doing this show?
Yeah.
There's no need. There's no need. Spence and I can talk on the phone about this. We don't need to do the show. We do the show because we love to do the show. We enjoy it, but we know you guys enjoy it, and we love the camaraderie, and we love the bantering, and we love the comments, and that's why we do it. It's a family. It's a team. It's a Friday before the weekend. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and we're so appreciative you guys are here.
Yeah, and we have our topics already set in stone. But if you guys want us to talk about a topic, throw it out there. We love going off the cuffs.
We've done that before.
Well, many a times. Oh,
No
by the
doubt
way,
about it.
Victory Laps acknowledging my comment that the Chargers have the worst offense. Your secret love team. You know, the
And the
C on
C
the
does
helmet.
not
Yeah.
stand for. No, it doesn't. Doesn't stand for Chargers. That's true. We are. Victor Zapp says we're all fanatic fans. Oh, that's
Amen.
exactly right.
Cheers
right.
to that.
Now, underneath my name, it says Patrick Surtain II. Is he the best NFL player? And
Ooh.
is he going to get the best NFL player award? Hold on. Patrick Surtain has been nominated for the best NFL player at the 2025 ESPYs Awards. Surtain has been nominated with Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen, Eagles running back Saquon Barkley, Baltimore's running back Lamar Jackson. Surtain being the defensive player of the year since Randy Gradishar won it in 1978. Those are the only two Denver Bronco players that have been defensive players of the year. Okay. Now, Randy Gradishar didn't have a chance to be awarded the NFL Player of the Year ESPY award because they didn't have it until in the 90s. So it was way past Randy Gradishar's playing days. However, Terrell Davis, along with Gradishar, are the only two Broncos. Oh my goodness, Randy Gradishar did win. I take it back. Yeah. Terrell Davis, along with Gradishar, are the only two Broncos to win that award. Surtain deserves it this year, hands down, in my opinion. How in heaven's name can a player be the defensive player of the year and not win this award, Spence? You mean to tell me you're going to give it to Saquon Barkley
or
Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? Seriously? None of them are defensive players of the year. In fact, they're all offense. They're all offense. He's the best defensive player of the year. How do you not give it to him?
Because the ESPY award has never gone to a defensive player. It's always been a running back, a quarterback, or a wide receiver. It's never been to a defensive player. So that's why I think Josh Allen is going to probably win it. And also, the media doesn't realize there is professional football west of the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
So
look at that. Jack Kenneth says Surtain is the only one that kept Bowers of the Raiders to 43 yards, no touchdowns. He is a beast. Absolutely. That's why he should be the best defensive. Excuse me. I take it back. Gradishar and Terrell Davis won Defensive Player of the Year, not the ESPYs because they weren't given out then. But Surtain has won the Defensive Player of the Year, and he's nominated for the best NFL player. How do you not give it to him? I mean, seriously, you mean to tell me Josh Allen is better at his position than Pat Surtain?
Well,
no. I know they're apples and oranges, offense and defense, but position to position. What did Patrick Surtain do that shut down the top receivers in the entire league all season that was worse than what Josh Allen did?
Well, hey, the only thing I can say is at least Peyton Manning won the ESPY for the best college football or best NFL football player in 2014. But they've gone to quarterbacks almost every single year with the exception of one wide receiver, which was Larry Fitzgerald. But that's why I'm saying Josh Allen's going to probably win it because this is how the ESPYs are. They go after the quarterbacks. They don't look at any other position. Yes, Patrick Surtain was the best overall player defensively. The ESPYs don't think about that. They think offense, and what's going to sell commercial time. And Josh Allen is doing commercials.
Well, you know why? Because he's on the East Coast, and the East Coast favors East Coast teams.
East Coast bias. That's what it comes to sports.
Yeah.
That's why ESPN used to always be known as Eastern Sports Programming Network, not Entertainment Sports Programming Network.
Eastern Sports Broker. I love it. Just like CNN, Communist News Network. You know what I mean? Hey, I mean, I'm just saying.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Anyways, all right, we move on to the next to the last topic. We're an hour and 15 and a half minutes into the show. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for participating. As always, hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend, a very safe weekend. And we got 2 more topics, and we got the last topic is a new segment with a new video that we don't have yet, or new intro, I should say, that we don't have yet, but we'll have it hopefully by next week. Anyways, next to the last topic, here we go. There is hype from the national media predicting the Broncos to what? Win the AFC West?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on. As it stands at FanDuel, Denver is plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl. Put your money out there, Conan. Put your money out there.
I'll throw 10 on them to win the Super Bowl.
So you'd win 28 grand?
No, 2,800. So that would be 28 to 1. So I'd win $280.
That'd be it?
That's it on a $10 bet.
I thought you'd win at least 2,800. What do you got to do to win 2,800? 1,000?
You got to bet 10. You got to bet $1,000 or bet $100.
Forget that. Anyways, that was 2,800 to win the Super Bowl. The Broncos were, prior to the draft, at 3,100 to win the Super Bowl. So the odds got better. Not by much, but better. The Bills and Ravens are favorites to win the Super Bowl at plus 700.
That means for every $100 you wager, you win 700.
Okay. The Eagles are plus 750. And the Chiefs, ironically, are plus 800. So they're behind the Bills and the Eagles. Okay. Denver is also plus 1,400 to win the AFC. Behind the Bills, plus 360 to win the AFC. Ravens plus 370 to win the AFC. And the Chiefs at 390 to win the AFC. And the Bengals ring up the rear at plus 1,000 to win the AFC. Texans are plus 1,200 and the Chargers are plus 1,300. So the Broncos are even behind the Chargers to win the AFC. Really?
Sucker bets. This is what Vegas does. They're like, oh, hey, Charger fans, we know you love your Chargers, so here's a wager. And they do this to the Broncos because there's not enough Bronco fans who are wagering.
So we've covered that. We've covered the Super Bowl odds. We've covered the AFC odds. Now, as for the AFC West, Denver is plus 330.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City is minus 190. And the Chargers are plus 320. Raiders were not even on the ledger.
Oops. Sorry, Jack.
So that being said, how in heaven's name do a lot of people out there feel the Broncos are going to win the AFC West when the Chiefs are minus 190, but the Broncos are plus 330?
This is marketing. All the Swifties are going to go and bet their money on the chart, on the geez, I can't speak, on the chefs to win. So let's make money by saying, hey, Chiefs, you're the favorite. Come bet money. Come bet. This is how you make odds. You make odds where you're going to get people to make wagers.
Victor Loud said that's why you got to pick more than one team to better your odds.
Yeah, exactly.
I pick everybody in the AFC West to win the division. That way I win. Not really. You lose, but.
You lose. In the end, you lose unless you pick the other 3 teams other than the chefs. I mean Chiefs to win the West. Then you can make some money.
Yeah. See, Victor Lap says you win one pick, you're plus money. Yeah, but it all depends on how much you put in. It's
Yeah,
way above.
if you bet on the Chiefs and they win, you're not making as much money because they're minus 190, meaning you have to wager $190 to win 100. That's not a good return.
No. Jack Kenneth says he's going to push us, boys.
Yep.
Going to push
I know
us.
the Raiders will push us. I can't wait. I'm looking forward. One of the games of the year I'm looking forward to is I think it's week 10, Jack. It's that Thursday night game between the Raiders and the Broncos. That is going to be an amazing game that late in the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Dewey, I'm sorry. I'm looking over at the stupid Aaron Judge making a diving catch that the Cubs are still losing 8-0, bottom of the 8th. All right. Game's over. Okay. We're going into a new segment. And this segment is going to be called, for those of you who've ever watched Family Matters, there was a guy by the name of Urkel on there who always wore his pants way up high, kind of talked like this, and his saying was always, "Did I do that?" So in other words, this is a topic, not the jackass of the week, because it's not a criminal thing, it's not a sexual thing, it's not a whatever. It's more of, what was I thinking kind of thing. Or why did I do that kind of thing? That's what this topic is about. Here it is. You ready, Spence? I don't have the video or anything, so we'll just do, did I do that? Okay. Najee Harris, Los Angeles Chargers running back, sustained an eye injury during a 4th of July fireworks explosion at his house in Northern California.
Yep.
5 other people were also injured in the 4th of July party at Antioch, California. Excuse me. The Antioch police are investigating but haven't released any specifics. Harris's agent has said Harris should be good to go for the season upcoming. My thought is this, and I know you've said this 1,000 times, Spence, these guys don't have the common sense because they think they're invincible. But who thinks for one moment that let's have a bunch of people at the house, let's have a nice 4th of July party. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a professional athlete. Aren't I supposed to be more cautious and take care of my body and stuff, even in the off season? Oh, or did he not even realize or even know about John? What is the name? Pierre Paul from the Giants, who had a firework incident where he thought it was cool. He lit a firework and it blew his freaking finger off.
Yep.
Do these guys have any common sense whatsoever? And to send 5 people to the hospital, including yourself, which makes a 6th person with an eye injury. Oh, when you play football, don't you have to see? I don't get these guys. I mean, talk about deity. Yeah. Did I do that? Yeah, you did, moron. What the heck?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell a great story of being arrogant with fireworks. My dad, I know he's watching this right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to tell you this. So we've all seen those little flowers that you light up and spin around as different colors.
Are those like sparklers or something?
No,
sparklers
it's a little log about this long.
Oh, really?
And you light it and it spins around, turns multicolors.
Huh.
So one of my neighbors gave us one and we were going to light it off. And my dad goes, ho, 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 hang on for a sec. Had a very short fuse. And he said, okay, let me put a sparkler next to it because I don't think it was a flower. Lit it in the middle of our backyard and we're all surrounding, watching for it. It was an M160. Boom! And our ears were all ringing. So, Dad, thank you. Because if I tried to light it, I may not have a finger or a face.
Wow.
This is the challenge. Sports athletes, want to take risks. They want to take challenge. They just like, okay, hey, I got this awesome firework, but they don't think. Of course, John Paul Pierre is thinking now as he's saying, "Hi, everybody, I have 5 fingers. Oh no, I'm missing 2."
Oh, I sorry, I missed the first 2 fingers you held up. I'm like, whoa, he's flipping me
Yes,
off.
I'll have 5 beers, please. 5 beers. No, you're saying 3 beers. This is just another level of trying to show off and be a man when you got to use your intelligence
Okay,
to be
let me
the man.
Let me ask you this. He's a running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's making more than $16.50 minimum wage in the state of California, right?
Yes. Yep.
You can't afford to hire somebody to be there that's professional to put on a nice show. You can't do that.
That's the risk these people who get to this level of arrogance and I'm invincible. They get to that level and think, hey, I could do whatever I want.
It just to me it boggles the mind. It really does. It just and I know I've done stupid things when I was younger and you know and all that. I get a Victory that says fireworks in Cali was crazy, just popping off until 3 a.m. Victory Lap, where are you located? You don't have to say exactly where, but a general area.
SoCal.
Well, I know, but is it LA? Is it? I mean,
Vic.
men and boys like to play with fire. True.
Yeah, you want to know something? Hey, again, this is the level of invincibility that boys, men, we all have and we all think. And unfortunately, people will learn stuff the hard way and the most painful way. And you know what? You just hope. Well, Victory. Yeah, I'm Los Angeles.
Yep. Cool. Oh, speaking of LA, what was I going to say about LA? Forget. Anyways, go on. My bad.
No,
Jack Cannon's in Sacramento.
Sacramento area.
You know what's funny is when Douglas on the phone said that you and I are the only 2 people on the MHRT network that live in California that are on a show. Jack Cannon says it's Sacramento. Last time I checked, Sacramento's in California. Come on, Mike.
Wait a minute. Isn't Northern California trying to secede from Southern California? So it might be a different state. You never know.
That's true. It could be NoCal and SoCal.
Vic, no. Wow.
What happened, dude? Oh, was that from fireworks or a lighter, or what'd you find?
Were you trying to do s'mores during the summertime?
Where'd that come from?
Man, but hey, you know what, Vic?
Wow.
We all have stories like that where we've done stuff that, you know, we look back right now and go, oh.
Yeah.
But we're still around. That's the important thing. And we still have 10 fingers.
Well, unless you're Jason Pierre-Paul.
Well,
then you only got 7 or 8.
You know, we all learn very painful lessons in life, and hopefully we keep our physical attributes and enhance our mental abilities.
Absolutely. Guys, it's been extremely amazing Friday, as always. We've had some great dialogue in the chat. We've had some great comments. Really do appreciate each and every one of you each and every week that we are here. I'm going to throw this out right now. I will not be here August 1st, which is a Friday. It is my wife and myself's 29th anniversary. We are going to celebrate it away from the show. But Kona has said that he would like to do the show solo. So if he so chooses, he has my blessing. Hope you guys enjoy it. That will be August 1st. That is approximately 3 weeks from today.
3 weeks. And I also told everybody, hey, Del Mar, which is horse racing, begins next week. So as part of the show, I will include some of my horse racing picks so that hopefully we can make a little financial gain during the show with a few winners. Hopefully that will help you out. But definitely thank you guys all for being a part of the chat. We'll start with Terry Speed. Terry, who went to Shelter Distilling in Montrose. Thank you so much for going there. And he said that the fish tacos were awesome. The fish tacos were awesome. David Yonkin, thank you so much for being part of the show. Chewy, not sure if it was you or one of your associates. Thank you for the donation. We really do appreciate it. I can't pronounce that name. Raider Shield family, thank you guys so much. I know you're going to be on the air a little bit later tonight. We appreciate your support. Go and watch their show. Definitely great Raider talk. A little aggressive.
Don't they do it Thursdays now?
I think they moved to Tuesdays and Thursdays, but they have little pop-up shows that happen there.
Got it.
Jack Kenna, thank you so much for being part of the show. I really appreciate your feedback and your input. Let's see. I think, look forward to the interview with the ref. I will definitely be watching that show.
Oh, yeah.
Big
definitely.
E Bronco, thank you so much. Yeah, Bill's doing great. How about me? Come on. I'm also part of this show.
Yeah, you're part of the show.
Nah, that's all right. Victory lap. Thank you. Let's Hey, now Victory, how did you do your push-ups? Where is it? Knuckles, hand clap? I still think if you're late, you got to do a beer bong, but that's just my personal opinion. And thanks to my dad who texted in during the show. Thank you, Dad. Thanks to Andrew who also texted into the show. Thank you so much for that. Rudy, thank you for popping in a little late. We appreciate you being a part of the show. And some random spammer talked about cheap views on
don't go there.
Stream Boo. No, we can mention it. Not popping it in.
True. Well, true.
And then I think that's it.
I want to do this one. Jack Kenneth says, fun show. Thank you, Bill and Spence. He says, congratulations to 29 years. Follows up by saying 29 years is no small feat. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it, Jack. Like I've said many, many times, guys, the show is all about you guys. We bring the topics. We engage with you guys. You are the star of the show. We just are the face of the show. You are the star of the show. Conan, it's been a great show. Missed doing last week, but I'm glad we're back on and have a fantastic weekend, guys. Until next Friday. And I know I'm here next Friday. So until next Friday, have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the chat. Go check out all the other shows on the MHRT network. Also check out the shows that Spence mentioned in regards to the
Chewy and Raider Shield.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Check them out. Choose which one you like. Support them. They support us. We need to support them. Until next Friday, guys, have a fantastic Friday night. We will see you 1 week from tonight. Till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flight.